Hi, I'm Chris Goegan, and I've got a 5-day workshop that I'd like to invite you to join. And I've been growing and scaling businesses for the last 25 years. I've been doing it in the form of consulting and implementation. So for high-end clients who want to grow and scale. And what I've been doing is I've been noticing more and more people want help in growing and scaling. So I grow and scale 6-figure, 7-figure businesses, and I work with startups as well. And one thing that I've noticed is that marketing has gotten, it's not as simple as a lot of people make it out to be. You know, it's not 30 days to instant riches. As we know that anything good takes work and takes effort. And so I've developed a system that it works. It's just from 25 years experience. I used to be an engineer, built high volume manufacturing lines for Ford Motor Company. I've designed parts that are in the International Space Station program. I transitioned to sales just because I want to make more money, and made over 100,000 cold calls, and then got into to marketing just because I figured there's a better way. So I've got a decade each, and those 15 plus years of marketing, work with hundreds of clients. Some of the biggest names like Michael Gerber, down to some of the small people and local businesses you've never heard of. But one thing that I've found, and this is what I'm really passionate about, is I'm really passionate about helping good people who aren't having the impact they want, are not making the money that they should, and are working too hard, and are ready to grow and scale their business, and they're tired of all the garbage and fluff. There's a lot of garbage and fluff out there. I'm very passionate about having you avoid that. I just want to see good people win. That's simple. I want good people with good products and good services. I want to see you win. That's who I'm talking to. So I grow and scale 6-figure, 7-figure businesses. And what I found is most businesses are not producing at the level they should. You got a great product or service, and if more people knew about you, then business would explode. Things would just take off. But the problem is, and this is a story I always hear, you don't have enough leads. Don't have enough leads, don't have enough sales. But there's really a bigger problem is if you have this roller coaster effect, and you don't have this continuous upward trajectory, and it never goes beautifully smooth like that, but if you don't have this constant upward growth, then really your marketing and sales aren't working for you, meaning you don't have a marketing and sales system that delivers a continuous and scalable flow of leads and sales that doesn't require all your time. And that's another big thing is pulling your time out of it. So I had somebody approach me with a situation. It was really interesting. They said, Chris, I want to work with you, but here's the deal. I am too busy. I won't work with, so you can't work with me. I want you to work with my operations manager. They know nothing about marketing, and we've only got 2 hours a week. So I was like, okay, well, as an engineer, sales guy, entrepreneur, I love problems. I love solving problems. So I said, okay, let's do it. So I put together all the things that I did on the consulting side that's worked, that's been refined over the years, and developed it into a 3-month program. And we rolled that out with a client. And at the end of the year, their sales went from 4 million to about 10 million. They saved $2 million in expenses, and they were happy. So I've taken that and I've replicated that. I've done that like a number of times in a number of different industries. And so what I want to do is I want to come out with something to give anybody that we're like 5 days. I'm going to give you all the basics that you need to grow and scale your business. Now, yes, I do have this 3-month program where if you want hands-on actual implementation in a group setting with other like business owners that want to grow and scale, great, we've got that. We'll do all the nuts and bolts building of the things out. But I've got this 5-day workshop. We're going to show you exactly what you need to do to grow and scale your business. And so if your business isn't growing and scaling, the signs are the obvious signs about not having enough sales and leads, but there's really, it's like, things going well, business is great, but when it's not, it becomes a struggle. And you don't feel good about yourself when things aren't going well. You start feeling miserable. Your bank account, starts going down, or it can be like a roller coaster, and your relationships with your spouse and kids and friends start to strain. You don't feel good about that. You get emotional, moody. Fear increases along with desire to control everything. You become afraid of failing, self-confidence goes in the toilet, and your self-worth like diminishes. Those are typical symptoms where you don't have a strong and scalable business. And so usually what people do is they go into crazy mode. They research, they read articles, they watch videos, they try this, they try that. It feels good doing things, doesn't it? It feels awesome doing stuff. But usually at the end of the day, you run Facebook ads, YouTube, Google, social media, do all these posts, network, hop on LinkedIn, do all this stuff, but a lot of times it just doesn't work, and so while it feels good temporarily doing stuff, at the end of the day, you don't have anything to show for it. and except for wasted time, wasted money, and just feeling disappointed that, gosh, it's just another thing that didn't work. So if you want to change all that, if you want to get rid of all that, then you're going to want to be a part of this 5-day workshop. So this 5-day workshop, we're going to meet for about an hour a day, and I'm going to go over all the basics that you need to grow and scale a business. No fluff, no hype. Like I said, I used to be an engineer, and now I build scalable sales systems. You know, it's not that difficult once you know what to do. The difficult part is in knowing what to do, and so that's what I'm gonna go over with you. It's gonna be me. You will see me drawing on my whiteboard. It's not gonna be like high flute PowerPoint presentations. I prefer this. I prefer, like, you know, just having a conversation and just talking about things and helping. So if you're ready to grow and scale, then you know, scroll through this page, you know, click buy it. It's super inexpensive. I want to make it affordable for everybody. If you like it and want to continue, there's a 3-month workshop that you can become a part of to actually build these systems out. But here's the big picture. Here's what I found. There's only 3 systems to build out. 3 things. And if you can focus on these 3 things over the next 2 years, that won't take you 2 years to do it. It'll take you 3 months to build it. Spend the rest of the year fine tuning it until you hit what Malcolm Gladwell would call this tipping point. Once you hit this tipping point, then things, that's when you have this like exponential growth and this phenomenal growth and things really take off. That's where things get really fun. So, but it takes 3 months to build the foundation, and then spend the rest of your fine tuning, hit this tipping point, things take off. That's how one company went from nothing. Within 3 years, they're the world's leader in their field, in a big field. That's how another company went from, I worked with, it went from 5 million to 20 million in 18 months. That's how another guy was struggling and pulled in 135 grand in 6 weeks of us work. That's how another guy, you get the message, right? You get stories. Like, we can go on and on and on and on about all this stuff. But the bottom line is there's 5 days. I'm going to show you the core basics that you need. Super inexpensive. I wanted to make it affordable, so everybody could afford this. Go get it. If you like it, great. If you don't, you know, reach out to me and you know, we'll just refund you if you think it was worth it. So anyhow, that's it. We'll talk to you later and make it a great day. We'll see you. Bye-bye.